Hello everyone, welcome back to another Friday gear show. As you can probably tell, in my hands, I've got the new harness by Singing Rock. It's called the Onyx. So for anybody who's looking to upgrade, or if you're in the market for your first harness, keep on watching the show. This might be the right one for you. This is a lightweight sport climbing harness, and I've been using it for a couple of months. So I went a ton sport climbing indoors. I took it up multi-pitches like trad climbing, sport multi-pitches. We also went to the Czech Republic to film this harness with Singing Rock athlete Pepa Sindel. And the 48 Hours episode will actually come out really soon. Let's get into the tech specs and then I'll tell you my honest opinion. First off, the design of the Onyx is all about simplicity and functionality. It has 4 big fabric-coated gear loops. The whole loop has a load capacity of 10 kilos. It's great for attaching extra gear or for rescue scenarios. It has a 12mm belay loop with a tensile strength of 15 kilonewtons. It has a patented rock and lock buckle, and it's made out of stainless steel. It's the lightest harness in the Singing Rock range. It comes in at 335 grams for a medium size. The padded waist belt and leg loops made from EVA foam and breathable PSE fabric provide an excellent comfort without adding unnecessary weight. Here's a fun fact for you guys. Onyx is actually also the name of a Pokémon. It's made out of rocks, so I guess that's why they called it like that. The leg loops of a sport climbing harness usually don't have a buckle, and I'm quite glad this doesn't. It has a nice elastic, so even if I'm layering up, layering down, it will always fit around my leg in a comfortable way. And I quite like it doesn't have a buckle, because I found that harnesses with a buckle just tend to get stuck in places. It can be uncomfortable, especially if you're leaning against the wall on a multi-pitch, or you want to be comfortable on a belay and you're just pressing against the rock. So I'm quite happy about this minimalist elastic band. Let's talk about the leg loops. They are breathable, they are comfortable, and this summer I was thinking about it because I climb a lot in shorts and I do tend to get, quite sweaty. And this fabric is super soft and actually breathable. So for anybody in a tropical country, I really do think it's a nice breathable harness. Let's move upwards towards the waist belt. I know this is not a wow feature and some harnesses have it or don't, but I honestly think the clips up here are a good safety feature and quite a handy feature if you're a woman. If you're up on a multi-pitch, if you need to, go to the toilet and you're standing on a gigantic ledge, it's always better to keep the harness on. And if you can just unattach these 2 clips, you can be tied in and you can pee safely. So I know it's just a small little feature, but it saves a lot of time. It's really simple to click in and out. It's not an annoying, complicated buckle. You can just, clip and unclip and then go to the loo and it's done swiftly. Moving on to the meat of the harness, the waist belt. It has quite a low profile. It packs down actually really small. But my favorite feature of this whole harness are the gear loops. It's 4 big fabric-coated gear loops. They're actually really sturdy. And I noticed that while trad climbing or multi-pitch trad climbing, when you need a lot of gear, when I start off with double racks plus extra quick draws, slings, at the back of the harness, I personally want something quite stiff. Having a sturdy gear loop actually makes it quicker and easier to put on and off gear, which again, while on a multi-pitch or sport climbing, and if you're super pumped and you're on sighting and you just want to put on the quick draw quickly, it's comfortable to grab it, it's quick, it's easy. And I know it's one of those really subtle features, but it makes such a big difference in the long term to have a steady gear loop. It has quite a minimal hull loop, but it can hold 10 kilos, so that's more than enough. It's quite a lightweight harness, but so far, it can take a lot of weight, and you can even add more weight because it has these 2 plastic slots that you can add those plastic porters that I guess you would use in aid climbing scenarios when you need even more gear. And if you don't use them, they don't really put that much weight on the harness. They're there if you need them, and there are 2 on both sides. Let's talk about the front of the harness. It has this steel buckle and there's only one side to pull, and you pull tight, you're safely in the harness. And a bit like a belt, it has these two elastic slots where you can just put in this fabric so it's not just, hanging around and annoying while climbing. Then you've got the standard belay loop, is 12 millimeters, so not that wide, not too small, safe and sound, and the tie-in points. Overall, it's a lightweight harness, which I definitely need because I travel around so much. I need something that packs down small and that I can sweat, climb, and be comfortable in. If you're in the market for a sport climbing, trad climbing, multi-pitch harness, this might be the right harness for you. It's super lightweight, but as you can tell, it can take on a lot of weight. If you want to pick it up, you'll find it on the Epic TV store. All the links for that will be down below. And watch out for that 48 Hours episode with Peppa Sindel. It's a good one.